Welcome back everyone to another episode of Storytime. In this video, we're going to talk about visa options and how to extend your visa. I have to extend my visa today, and if you're watching this video, I guess maybe you want to know how to stay longer in Thailand or how to extend your visa, what you have to do. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks, how you save time at the immigration, also what kind of paperwork you need, all the documents I'm going to show you in this video. Basically, we do everything together. You can look over my shoulder. I show you everything that you need to know. And let's first start with the documents that you need or that you have to prepare before you go to the immigration. And trust me, if you prepare this early, you're going to save a lot of time. So let's get into it. So first thing you need is the application form. You can download this on the internet. It's very easy. And the questions on here are not that difficult. It's for example, it's name, date of birth. I think you can get this done in 5 minutes. Maybe like one thing that they quite often ask is the reason why you want to extend your visa. I always put down tourism or travel. For me, that worked in the past, and yeah, I think it will work for you too. Just put reason, okay, why you want to stay longer, tourism, travel, and then you're good to go. Also here you have to put a photograph, 4 by 6 centimeters, and I'm going to show you what mine looks like. So like 12, I got 12 photographs for I think 180 baht. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So you need one and you just put it here. Then another thing is your visa, and I applied my visa online. It's the e-visa. I just printed this one out. So it depends on where you got your visa. If you got it at the embassy or online, so I have my online, so I have to print this one out and bring it as well. Another thing that you need, and obviously your passport. Don't forget your passport. Sometimes you prepare all the documents and then, oh, I forgot the passport. But yeah, take your passport as well. And speaking of the passport, you have to make a copy, so a photocopy of your passport and a photocopy of your current visa, of your stamp. And you have to bring that as well. You have to sign it. I haven't signed mine yet, but yeah, I will. So let me count. Let's call it 4 papers. The application form, a copy of your passport, copy of your visa, and copy of your stamp. So I think in total 4. That's on the paperwork. And the last thing that you need is, of course, money. And to extend your tourist visa, it costs 1,900 baht. You just bring that with you and you pay it at the immigration. Yeah, if you're wondering what types of visa do they have like when you get here, it depends a little bit on your country, but I try to like give you the general numbers, but you have to double check with your country. It's not same for every country. So when you get to Thailand and you don't have any visa, you can get a visa on arrival. That will give you 30 days. You can extend this by another 30 days when you go to the immigration. The second option is you get a tourist visa with a single entry. Once you enter the country, you get 60 days and you can extend this another 30 days. So that's 90 days. And the last option, you can get a tourist visa with multiple entries. And that's the one that I have. It's valid for 6 months. So in this period, for example, let's say June to December, you can enter the country as many times as you want. And every time you enter the country, you get 2 months in your passport. With the stamp is 2 months. So for example, I enter in June, I get to June, July, August, I get to August. And then I have the option, I could either extend this 30 days at the immigration within the country, or I leave the country and come back and get another 60 days. If you plan it perfectly, you can actually stay in Thailand for 9 months. Those are the options that you have. And now let's get started on the paperwork. I will fill out my form quickly and then we go to the immigration, and I hope that they grant me another 30 days in Thailand. Now I'm on my way to the immigration, and I have to go to the immigration in Bangkok. And let's talk about some frequently asked questions. The first one is, of course, where you have to go. And that depends, where do you stay? When you stay in Samui, you do a quick Google search, where's the immigration in Samui? If you stay in Phuket, you do the same thing. I will link the immigration in Bangkok down below if you're looking to go to the immigration in Bangkok. Other thing that I that I asked myself, how many days in advance can I apply for the extension? And I looked online and it says you can do it 30 days in advance, but I wouldn't push it that hard. Do it 2 weeks in advance. I tried that before and there was no problems. Just one important thing is that you don't have to do it on your last day of your visa. You don't lose any days if you apply 2 weeks in advance. You don't lose the days. They just add them to your current visa or current stamp, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, another question that I got is 30 days the maximum? Can you get more days? And with a tourist visa, or if you have a visa on arrival and you want to extend, 30 days is the maximum that you can get. Yeah, plan a little bit ahead. Go 2 weeks before your stamp expires, because you also have to check if the immigration is open, because they're open from Monday to Friday, and sometimes there's a public holiday and then the immigration is closed. And if you wait for the last day, maybe the immigration is closed and you cannot extend your visa anymore. Go a little bit earlier. 1 or 2 weeks is what I would recommend. And also, if you get to the immigration early, I think you can save quite a bit of time. That's why it's also important to have your documents ready, because once you get there, show them your application and then you get a queue. And if your papers are not ready, then you have to wait and all the other people get the queue before you, and then you have to wait longer. Get there at 8 a.m., have your documents ready, and then you will spend way less time at the immigration. I'm not sure if I can film inside, probably not, but let's find out. The immigration is on the ground floor. When you enter the building, it's here on the right, Division 1. That's where you have to go. And I hope that I can get the queue and that we don't have to wait so long. This is where you have to queue up, so get your papers ready.
1 hour later.
Yay, just got my extension. Took about 45 minutes. Let's get back to the car and I'll explain it a little bit more. Let's get the seatbelt on. Safety first. Let me explain a little bit more, because I couldn't film inside. I tried a little bit, but they asked me not to film, and I have to respect that. So where we left off, where I dropped the documents, that's where you get the queue. So have your documents ready. I divided it into different zones. So I took one picture, and there you can see that I was in zone J. So for tourist visa, you have to look for the letter J, and then just have a seat and wait. I think I mentioned it already. It took around, let's say 1 hour to get it done, but I was also a little bit late. And you have to get here before lunchtime. So at 12 or at noon, they close for 1 hour. So you have to decide, you either go in the morning or you go after. They open again at 1 p.m. But I would get it done in the morning. I think the earlier the better, or let's say the less time you spend at this place. And I don't know, the vibe the vibe at the immigration is just, it's bad. But I mean, at least I would say this immigration is well organized. So you get the queue, you see how long it's going to be. In case you're not well prepared and say you forgot some paper or your copy of your passport or whatever, at this building they have shops where you can also take pictures. If you forgot your pictures, or you can make photocopies, they have that. But just remember that will take more time. In my opinion, it's easier to get the documents ready before you go. Double check that. But in case you forgot something, you can get it at this place as well. What I also saw today is that you can make an appointment. So maybe that's even faster if you make an appointment and then show up at the immigration. And as well, they have e-visa extension. I didn't know that you can do it online. So maybe in the next video, or when I have to extend my visa again, I will do an online extension and see how that works. I didn't know that they have that before. And I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions regarding your visa, just leave them in the comments. Maybe I can help. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.